Hey there, classmates. Today I am calling from Paris, France. My wife has some work up here, and so we're making a weekend of it. The subject for today is cognitive load theory, and this is something that I interact with quite often as a music director, especially for my beginning band students. Learning a new musical instrument is a lot like learning Russian and learning to type in Russian all at the same time. There are three things that the students always have to juggle all at the same time. There's first the physical aspect of actually getting the right fingerings down for the instrument. There's the symbolic aspect of looking at a note on a page and deciphering what they need to do when they see that note. And third, there's the naming component of being able to see that note and know what the name of that note is. Those three things together create a pretty significant intrinsic cognitive load that the students have to negotiate. As a music director, I'm very aware of how overwhelming and taxing it might be to operate with these three different components of learning a musical instrument. In order to create a hierarchy inside them that could then go into their long-term memory, a lot of times we'll just exist in one of those silos. So maybe when we first get the instrument into their hand, it's all about just holding on to the instrument, getting the hands in the right place, getting the function of breathing in, breathing out, creating the embouchure, and just making a sound. It doesn't matter what sound comes out. We don't care what note you're playing, and I don't care if you know any of the names of the notes at that point. We're only worried about, can you physically make a sound and hold the instrument in the correct way. In addition to learning the musical instrument, learning how to play, my students are required to build a digital portfolio using Google Sites. The digital portfolio certainly represents an extraneous load to the student. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we shouldn't be doing it, but it does mean that I need to be cognizant of the fact that this is above and beyond what we're trying to learn in class. I really need to, it's up to me to develop processes that make learning how to build a Google site way more accessible to the student, so they do not have to stress out about, oh my gosh, how do I do this? And they can focus their attention and the stress upon learning a musical instrument. So glad to be talking about cognitive load theory, and I look forward to seeing your guys' videos.